Remember, when you subscribe to our channel, click on the red subscribe button and be sure to ring the bell so you get notified every time we have a new video. Thanks again. Hey guys, Mike Quist here with Stone Coat Countertops. We've been busy. I've been making a lot of different samples, teaching you how to mimic Mother Nature using Stone Coat Epoxy products. We're going on a home show tour. We have lots of samples that we've recently created. It's time to do a top coat on all these samples. We're gonna work smarter, not harder. We're gonna batch this project together, and I'm gonna clear coat all of these samples at the same time. I have the space in my shop. We'll clear one of them, we'll put it aside and do the next. Guys, stay tuned. You're going to see how to clear coat like a pro. The steps are simple. They're as follows. We're going to sand with 220 grit. I have that on a foam backer, and we simply create a mechanical bond by scuffing up the surface and sanding those edges. We're going to wipe the dust. That's good to make sure you get all the dust off so you get a nice bond between layers. Why are we doing a clear layer? Well, in some of these samples, I've done different techniques that include additives such as metallic powders, dyes, and even spray paints. You don't want this as a finished surface. We're going to encapsulate that and make it more durable by using our epoxy products. Most of the time, I'm going to use our Stone Coat Countertop product, and when I'm doing white countertops, we're going to get enhanced and upgraded UV protection with our Art Coat. When we mix our epoxy, we're going to do a 1:1 ratio. This is going to be done in a bucket using a drill for about 2 minutes. We'll pour that material out. Next, we're going to trowel that out with our 1/8 by 1/8 square notch trowel. Moving on to our chop brush, we're going to chop that surface so that you remove any trowel lines and you mix it one final time. Guys, this system promotes adhesion. It promotes a very even cure because we're troweling it, which helps mix the product, and it also gets it at the same thickness so that your top coat will lay out like a sheet of glass. Then we're going to torch the surface using a propane torch or a heat gun. This is going to simply remove any excess air caused by mixing with a drill. That's no big deal because our epoxy is formulated for a long open time but a fast set time. You can utilize your kitchen within days and you're going to enjoy it for years. Let's do our clear coat, let's add that durability, and let's get started. Pro tip. Spritz a little bit of clear isopropyl alcohol onto a rag and wipe the dust. It'll grab all that residual dust and give you a nice clean surface to apply your clear coat. It's like the ultimate wet nap. Really, you're creating your own baby wipes for countertops. Anybody who's got kids can understand the value of a baby wipe. That is pretty already, man. I love this color. So pretty. Guys, remember, I'm doing a bunch of pieces, so I'm mixing up a lot of our Stone Coat Epoxy. Reason being, I'm gonna batch this. I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone, actually like 5 birds with 1 stone, because I'm doing multiple projects at a time. Remember, you only need 3 ounces per square foot for your top coat. Guys, I'm doing a bunch of pieces at once. That's why I'm mixing up a lot of product. So let's get that done and let's see which one's the best. Remember, I'm pouring more out on the surface than I actually need. I'll trowel this out and I'll scrape the excess back into my bucket so I can utilize it on the next piece. Guys, pro tip, whenever you're scraping the inside of your bucket to get every last drop, you want to make sure you scrape that into a pile of epoxy that's already on the surface. That way you can mix that in with epoxy that's been mixed. I'm going to use that trowel. I'm going to over mix this. That way I get a nice even cure across this whole project with no spots that are less mixed than others. Be sure to remove any loose bristles on that brush before you get started. It's also nice to use a chop brush with a dark filament. That way it shows up not translucent, hiding in that epoxy, but you can see if any loose bristles escaped the program. Prime your brush before you start chopping the surface. That way you don't pull up epoxy where you've got it troweled out and create a dry spot. This allows you to continue to have everything lay out like glass. When I chop the surface, it's going to be random. I'm just going to simply chop it randomly out, making sure I break surface tension all over the piece, and I'm also going to chop and overlap those edges. That way it promotes epoxy from flowing down the edges. Final step, I'll brush those edges out in long horizontal motions so I get nice smooth edges. Guys, you can do this on old surfaces like your tables or your desktops, your coffee tables, your hearths. You can do this over basically anything. Just follow our videos there on our YouTube channel, stonecoatcountertops.com, and learn how to salvage and renew any surface. Guys, make sure you start your torch away from your piece so that you blow any dust or debris out and then torch it out. Pro tip, fun fact, I hope you're enjoying that, and if you are, like the video. Question of the day. Guys, now that you see a clear coat on all of these different pieces, we want to know, help us, what's your favorite? Guys, here are the options. Tell us below, which one do you like best with that clear coat added?
Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you click this floating link, it'll take you to all of our great epoxy products so that you can clear coat your countertops as well, ensuring that they'll be long lasting, scratch resistant, heat resistant, and second to none. From the Stone Coat Countertops team, thanks again for watching.